I was inside Arizona's women's state prison yesterday for 15 hours. Let's unpack. My name is Kristen Klein, and I am the founder of Convicted Comeback, which is a nonprofit organization that goes back inside the women's state prison for now and coaches fitness and wellness programs so that we can re-coach women on mindset development so that when they get out, they can thrive with purpose. This is my baby. And I have had this vision for a couple of years, and I have executed with precision. And yesterday, seeing it all come into true play just is a surreal moment. So I know you all have seen it, and this is just for those who did not get to go inside and experience it, or for those who have not done time inside prison and don't understand the magnitude for what running programs is and how the prison system works for running programs. It's not your typical and average day or business. Yesterday, we had the goal of running the Freedom Tour, which is a 3-part wellness tour with strength fitness, dance fitness, and yoga and sound healing. And we have partnered with the most incredible people. Truly, I am so blessed. D&T with Commit Dance and Dr. Julie Hoffman with her yoga is just, we're a powerhouse. That's it. And all of the women got to experience it yesterday. It was 107 degrees, I believe. We are all partially sunburned. We went to Perryville Prison and we were there by 5 a.m. We did not leave until just before 8 p.m. We were on 5 different yards, but we ran 7 different classes. And we were able to access women that have never received programs on their yard. We were able to sit with the close custody girls. We were able to teach them what we do, women that are only out an hour or 2 of their day every day. And it's just incredible. I can't even begin to put into words what we experienced. This is why it's really hard to find people that want to go inside with you. They don't understand the process. They don't understand what it's going to take. They don't understand the commitment. We were under the big, beautiful sun all day long. We thought we were going to run a class inside. That did not happen. So all day, 7 classes. We just continued to repeat our course under the sun in the heat. I was so thankful to Megan, my wife. She was able to come out for the first half of the day. We were able to bring a water sprayer backpack in and spray and hose the girls down, including ourselves and the court, like it was club scene. And that sure helped. That livened up the crowd when you sure were drained and did not want to have to put your hands back on that hot concrete, which is where we were working. The staff at the prison was wonderful. It is really hard to communicate with staff and yards that are constantly rotating at multiple times of the day. And we were able to coordinate the best we could. And that is a huge feat in such a huge corporation where no right hand knows what the left hand is doing. So I'm really pleased that we were able to get around as successfully as we were, that the prison was so warm and welcoming to us and our program. So it was just fabulous. The amount of women we saw were in the hundreds, whereas normally when we run a program on a yard, we are seeing 1 yard, 1 set of women, and there's hundreds more that have never even seen what we do. They just hear of us. And we were actually able to deliver on that yesterday. And here's the thing. We're not just fitness. That is not the point of Convicted Comeback. Convicted Comeback is about the comeback. Convicted Comeback is about rewiring the brain so that when you get out, you have those tools already deeply instilled in you so you don't fail. Tools and traits that you are not impounded with when you are inside and you know you're getting out. And the constant message we heard from women yesterday is, I'm getting out in 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 years. and I have no idea what I'm going to do. I have no idea where I'm going to go, but I can tell you where they go: to the streets or to some couch. And then they end up picking up charges and going right back because they don't have the tools that it takes to thrive after incarceration. But that's where I step in, because I do. And that's my entire goal, is to share it with all the women, all the men that are still inside, that need to understand there is hope, more than hope. There's life after prison. I know, because I've done it. My wife's done it. And now we go back inside to tell every single other person, you can do it too. You're taught that you can't, but you can. Let me teach you. Let me paint you a picture. 8 women. Megan had to leave halfway through the day for a meeting. We're pulling around 2 giant carts capable of holding 500 pounds, usually for our weights. 30 yoga mats, a giant speaker, a cooler full of ice water, not enough, all of our snacks, all of our electronics and equipment. And we were all responsible for something that we were pulling around from yard to yard. We would have to load everything onto a tram. It would take 2 trips to get all of our people and our things inside of a tram. We would get delivered to a yard. We would have to unpack everything so that it could go through security. We would clear security and get on the yard. This would take about 30 minutes, and the women would come to us. On close custody and the max unit, the women would be locked in with us, and we would run an hour's course. It would usually take about 2 hours on each yard, half hour in the front and half hour in the back. This allows us time with the women to catch up and to chit chat about what we do, who we are, and where they can go to connect with us on the outside, because that's a huge, huge thing. It's one thing to run programs inside the prison. It's another to be able to keep those women with you so they feel that sense of community once they get out. The 8 of us traveled from yard to yard every couple of hours, over and over again yesterday, under the sun. It was 107 degrees. I'm sure we're all slightly sunburned, definitely tan. And we went through all of our water. I know that I personally brought 3 gallons, I believe, and so did everybody else. We drank it all and still had to stop halfway and go get more. We had our water sprayer, a backpack water sprayer. Megan was in charge of being able to spray the crowd down. That really helped to alleviate some of the heat. We did not need anybody getting sick from the heat and all of our activity in the sun, including our women. It was massive, guys. I can't even put into words what I experienced yesterday myself in my own selfish desires, to receive an overfilled cup of love and compassion and gratitude, because I was one of them. A lot of the women on my team are just like those women. We were those women serving time in that prison, learning how to adult after we got out of that prison. And it is so deeply embedded in our core to go back in and pull others out. To see all of our volunteers and our partners wearing Convicted Comeback logos, it blows my mind. I can't even believe I am so blessed to have put my vision into this. This is all I know. When I am standing inside that prison and I am in the hottest state, filthy, drenched in sweat and dirt, just caked to my body, and I'm surrounded by a sea of orange asking me, how did you do it? Why are you back? Why do you care? And I'm able to sit there and tell all those women, because when I sat here, I had no one that understood my journey, and no one that could tell me how to come out on the other side. That's why I do it, because I can be that person for everybody else. And I've got a ton of other people that can be that person for all of those that are still inside, lost and confused and terrified to get out. I can't tell you how many women that we spoke to will be getting out within this next 6 months, and they have no place to go. No job security, never worked before in their life, nothing legit, no home to go to, no family support, searching for a halfway house, a place they can bunk, knowing that it's not even going to be the best situation. And truly deep down knowing, just give them time, they'll be right back. And I don't want that. And you shouldn't either. So, when you're able to stand and look in your life and see everything you've got, and you're able to look back and you see all of those that are still struggling, that have less than you. And I don't mean things. I mean the knowledge and the understanding of who and what life is and your purpose. You give that back. We're here to help each other. No one gets left behind. Thank you, everybody, for supporting Convicted Comeback. Thank you to our partners. Thank you to our volunteers. Thank you to the prison people who worked with us and truly saw what we were doing, that we were just not just another program. Thank you.